They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
A first chance in the red zone for the Falcons now. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Let's go!
A handoff, Devontae Freeman. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, 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 and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Flex round! Flex round!
Looking to throw on second down. Gaines, flush to his right. His throw incomplete. Allen, the intended receiver, and that'll make it 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
Gun! All right, here we go. Green, 39!
Looking to throw. Proctor flushed out right. And that one's going to be over everybody in the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
So a field goal try here on 4th down as the Falcons called on Matt Bryant. And Bryant's kick is good. And the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage. So a nice opening drive on the road. You get the 3 points. Part of you wonders if that might hurt them later not getting into the end zone.
Well, the good thing is, still first quarter, and they did come out of it with points. In a sense, they can look at it positively and say, hey, we set the pace in this one. I think that's how they'll go about it.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. Calling the gain of 6 on the play. That'll bring up 3rd and 8.
Nice job there defensively on 3rd down. Not only did they string the play out, but they didn't allow any room for a cutback. Really well organized on the defensive side.
Everyone's got 4. 4 down. Everyone, wide, ain't it?
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And Davis with it left side. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the 3rd down play was. the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up fourth down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3-and-out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure he didn't give up much run after catch.
So 1st and 10 after a big mistake on 4th down with a penalty. The give is to Elliott. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now an Eastern Michigan man, Darius Jackson on the carry. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. That good for... Number 19 and a first down. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 43.
41's the will.
They'll pitch it out to Elliott. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Now, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
Get out. You got 4.
A second down throw for Prescott. Fighting to stay upright. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down.
It's a team game, but sometimes individuals do stand out, don't they? How about that for a twofer? Tackle for the loss on the running play on the previous down, and then comes right back and gets a sack.
Here we go, 46.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. And the pressure gets to him again.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
They've got to do a better job up front and create some space, because they're right there, almost literally on their own goal line.
Just a couple. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And his guys will take over at the 14-yard line in the red zone. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field.
They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. They want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, obviously, they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead, now they're dealing with second and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now.
Awesome. Here we go, 46. Here we go, 46. 46.
Prescott now on second down. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way to the end zone for the touchdown.
And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Maybe he telegraphed it a little bit right there. You've got a quarterback knowing that he's going against a rookie quarterback. He stepped in and picked it.
You think he had a great week of preparation, looking forward to this opportunity? And the second part of that is, when you're a young quarterback, you are going to stare down targets, but oftentimes your playbook hasn't expanded to give you full field reads as well. Makes it a little bit tougher for him.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Tackle made by the second-round pick, Isaiah Oliver. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Here we go, 47. Go, get out there.
On the run, this is Jackson. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Michael Kendricks, the linebacker, there to get him down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Now with a play clock at 4, we're going to get a timeout called. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down. And forthcoming, a field goal try for the Cowboys. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call a sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
So out come the Falcons now. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. To throw on 2nd down. Proctor finding room to the 20. It's caught over the middle. Hooper. And finally wrestled down at the 11. 23 yards on the play.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Proctor, the left side completion to Jones. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. And defensively going with a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd and 4.
All right, here we go.
Back to throw. Proctor. That's complete right around the 8. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7.
Detroit!
Operating from the gun. Proctor flush to his right. And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones from 8 yards out. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and we are even at 10 apiece.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Second down, Prescott. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And he will be brought down, but he's got the interception on a final play of this first quarter. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. And hang on here. Freeman shaken up. Remaining on the ground after that last play. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
Detroit! Detroit!
To throw on 2nd down. Proctor. Caught on the right side by Jones. 63 yards receiving for him now, and that last catch good enough for a first down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now the first carry for Brian Hill. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
No. Check. Patriot!
They go play action here on first down. Now he's forced out right. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. Proctor. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
To throw on third down. Proctor, he can run for it, and he will. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. From the left hash, this from 34. And Bryant's kick is good. And they will take the lead at 13-10. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
Swing a little bit right. To the right.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
The Cowboys on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. Prescott from the gun. He'll let it fly for Austin. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Well, they'll get the yardage, but they hate to see him take that hit.
You're always trying to cool off a big-time guy throwing the ball, but you have to know when to back off, pull up, and not hit him. There's the penalty.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Foyesade Oluwakan made the tackle there from his safety position. They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
The Cowboys on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. And this is caught by Jackson. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory. It's a big play there on third down. 43 yards. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back.
A
first down carry by Elliott. Oh, Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up. Loose football. And the Falcons say they have it. They do. Of course, they have the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on first down. Flushed out right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down.
They decided to take a shot. Right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. On the tackle, it's Randy Gregory. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are.
And he lost the football, and the Cowboys have recovered.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about any more.
Backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Go, get out there.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. They'll step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know, defensive end, He wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that one.
And that last penalty makes this third down play a little more interesting. 3rd and 5. Play clock down to 5, and they're going to burn a timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts, and still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter. Looking to throw. Prescott. Austin's got it left side. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys are in for 6. Extra point right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29. And here now come the Falcons. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. So you can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense. But when you turn it over, it changes momentum. And when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
They start the drive on the ground with Hill. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. On 1st and 10, Proctor forced out to his left. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 2nd down, Hill. And an alley to run. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Almost unstoppable on the ground there, as that one is good for 39.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Credit the tackle there to Jordan Lewis.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defensive coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Proctor. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Calvin Ridley from 13 yards out. And the Falcons are in for 6. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle 3rd of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Bryant's extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Here's Bosher to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They start on the ground with Elliott. And he stopped immediately there. So that one will be accepted. Run to get this up over the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 7 on the ground. 2nd down coming up.
Now that's a run that warms a play caller's heart because you're actually set up to do whatever you want on offense. You can come right back and run essentially the same play because you have momentum, or you can fake that running play and throw something deep over the top, or you now feel like you have an extra down to play with because if you go ahead and just throw it and you don't get it, come back and try and pick it up on 3rd down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. We're looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And out across midfield down to the 45. 1:59 to go in the first half. Back with more NFC playoff action after this. First down, Prescott. Throw left side complete. That's Austin. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. The Cowboys looking to get going again in a hurry. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, gets him 9 yards and a first.
Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, and his first carry of the game right there, he had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fall forward to the 29-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Flush to his right. Oh, Prescott stripped. And the Falcons say they have it. They do. He tried to buy some time to the right. So, Charles, when the guy gets out of the pocket, what's the focus of the quarterback?
Most of them keep their eyes downfield. They want to try and make a play throwing the ball. Some of them, they want to tuck it and go. But when they scramble, in this case, as you said, to the right, you're cutting the field in half. So good defenses kind of converge in that spot, and they don't give you much territory to throw the ball. He had nowhere to go with it. Ends up getting the ball stripped.
They begin the drive with Hill. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. Tyrone Crawford in on the tackle.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.